morning, everybody. God, I sounded a little bit croaky there. It is fairly early in the morning still, as you can see by this beautiful light. Can't beat it. You know, when your alarm clock wakes up, you really don't want to get out of bed, but then when you do make the effort, oh God, it's so worthwhile on a morning like this. Anyway, we're on the road, obviously, on the RS660. God, I really have to switch the brain on. I nearly forgot the name of the bike there. I've just filled it up because I took it out the garage and it was empty. So only €16 to fill this up from nearly empty. Not bad going at all. Before we kick off and before we get into today's video, just want to let you know what I'm filming this on, because I know a lot of you are tuning in for the camera talk these days. So I am, of course, using the Osmo Action 3, but I have the Freewell ND4 filter on. Be interested to see if it makes a difference on a morning like this. I haven't really used it on clear skies yet because of the time of year here in Ireland, so these mornings are becoming quite rare at the minute. Of course, I'm using the DJI mic as well, plugged into the side, and I'm still on. I have the transmitter of the mic within the helmet. So that's it. I'm off to meet a subscriber today, which is quite apt really, because the reason or the purpose for today's video is to thank all of you subscribers who are watching at the moment, because I recently turned over 7,000 subscribers, which I mean, last Christmas I turned over, sounds like that Wham song there, didn't it? Last Christmas I gave you my heart. Well, I sort of did, because last Christmas I turned over 5,000 subscribers. Never thought I'd be getting to 7,000 as quick as this. Now, I don't know if you remember, over the summer I put a poll out to all of you to see really what direction you wanted the channel to go in, and just got a really overwhelming amount of replies back. Basically, the majority of you saying stick to what you do. Which was brilliant to hear, but I just wanted to say again, if there's anything you'd like to see more of, or even less of actually, please let me know in the comments. I've already explained the fact that I set this up as a motorcycle review channel. God, I haven't seen this town so quiet in a long time. It's because of the time of morning. I think it's still before 8 o'clock in the morning here, yeah, I explained over the summer that I just can't get access to bikes to review. So that's why there are a lot more trips and journeys and tours and everything else, all the peripheral stuff around motorbikes, rather than actual bike reviews. I actually love it this way. I just hope it's okay for you guys as well. Folks, so this is Martin. Martin's a fellow subscriber who contacted me for a spin out and a coffee, so that's exactly what we're going to do. Today we're heading up to the Cooley Mountains and the Long Woman's Grave. It's Martin's suggestion. I haven't been there before. He's on a fabulous looking motorbike, Versys 650. So let's enjoy the spin. Over to you, Martin. Right. I'll see you up there.
We'll see you up on the mountain.
Great stuff. I must say, that's a wonderful looking bike. I can't believe it's only a 650. It's a bike with a lot of road presence for a 650. Well, Martin seems like a thoroughly splendid chap as well. I'm really enjoying this, you know. I've only met a few subscribers to the channel so far. I first of all met Glenn from up north, and then Dylan, and now Martin. And hopefully I'm meeting a few more of you very soon. Actually, on that note, I really enjoy this because we're obviously very like-minded, and I really appreciate you guys getting in touch and seeing, you know, if you fancy a spin out. And again, Martin in front of me, he lives very close by, and you know, 2 years ago when I got back into all of this, I honestly thought I was the only biker for miles around. Billy no mates. So this is great to have a few of you coming forward saying, oh, you know, I live 20 minutes away from you, do you fancy a spin out? It's absolutely brilliant. So thoroughly enjoying the community, or the local community, and which I never knew existed. So again, another spin out today. I've been up to Carlingford Lock a few times. I'm not sure if that's the same place we're going today. But anyway, enjoy the ride, folks, as I like to be saying in a few of my videos of late. Buckle up. So I'm sat at motorway speeds here, following Martin, and I've got 5 layers of clothes on. By God, I'm pleased I have, because it is bitter cold this morning. And exterior temperature's not that bad, 7 degrees. It's not freezing, obviously, by any means, but by God, the cold has really set in over the last week or so. I've also got a new pair of gloves on. These are the Richa gloves. I'm not quite sure how you pronounce it. It could even be Richa gloves. I'm just putting a sort of fancy spin on it. I believe they're a French company, although I stand to be corrected. But so far these gloves, I've only had them a couple of weeks. They're absolutely brilliant. Lovely and warm. Now, saying that, my bikes have heated grips, well, most of them anyway, so I'm sort of cheating in a way, because without heated grips I haven't really put these gloves to the test. What I have tested them with, though, is their ability to stay waterproof. I did a trip yesterday on the GS, which was 700 kilometers round trip, and it was absolutely torrential rain, and the gloves were bone dry, so that's a great test. So between that and heated grips, the gloves are definitely going to serve me well. I got them quite cheap as well. In fact, I don't know, put a link below. I got them on Amazon for about 60 quid. I was looking in a few of the local motorbike shops last week for similar gloves, and they were like €200, and I'm not in that league to be spending that on a pair of gloves, I'll be honest. So I thought I'd give these a shot, and yeah, they've come up trumps. So obviously we're taking a turn off here. It looks like we're close to our destination. So look at the colours on the trees. Oh my God! I love riding at this time of year. The colours are just sensational. And you all know by now that I do love a bit of pretty scenery, and I do believe we're about to see some unfold within the next few minutes here as well. I've no idea where we're going. I'm definitely feeling a bit snivelly this morning. Probably something to do with the day in the rain yesterday. Great field of view on this camera, by the way. Really enjoying using it, especially on the Aprilia, because on the GoPro the widest I could get was literally just to the side of both front mirrors. Couldn't get any wider than that. That's because I'm leaning forward quite a bit, but obviously I'm still leaning forward, and I'm just getting a lovely big peripheral vision there. Now I need a wee, and it's not helping much going over these little bumps. Oh, I shouldn't have had all that coffee before I left this morning. So Martin's just flagged me on and asked me to go ahead. He said there's quite a few twisties up here, and he said we should find what we are looking for, this lady of something. Listen to me, the font of knowledge. Incidentally, if I sound a bit muffled today, it's nothing to do with the microphone setup. It's just the fact that I have the snood, my neck warmer, literally in wrapped around my mouth, because I've noticed the last few days when I've been out on a bike and I'm chatting away, my mouth is getting freezing cold. It's obviously all the little bits of spit I produce when I'm talking away on the microphone. Now, there you go, enjoy your breakfast, folks. Sorry about that. So I believe we're going left. Well, I'm saying I believe, I'm not quite sure. We're turning in here. Is this it, Martin? 5. 7 foot tall. If only. I think I'd be happy at 5'8". We're right up on the top of the Cooley Mountains here. Absolutely great. Okie dokie. So we're heading out for a coffee now. Actually, on that note, since I'm talking a lot about the subscribers, and he's waving me on here, so I shall do just that. Since I've mentioned the subscribers quite a bit and whatever else in this video, can I also give a massive shout out to those of you who are so kind enough to be buying me a coffee on that link that I put up. I didn't want to set up a Patreon page. I don't know, I feel a little bit guilty asking for a sort of sponsorship every month, and you know, so I thought the best I could do was, because I know a few of you have contacted me to see if you can sort of contribute anything, which is so kind, towards my petrol and whatever else, you know, so kind. So that's why I came across this buy me a coffee lark. Anyway, I really appreciate each and every one of you who've bought me a coffee, and it would be unfair just to mention one of you actually, but because there's a good few of you who are buying me coffees, but I'm eternally grateful. I really am. The more I ride this bike, you know, the more it seems to have loosened up, the more, or maybe it's just me. That's probably exactly right. The more I'm loosening up with it. I'm so in tune with it. I love it. If you saw that recent video I did where I was seeing how good it would be on a longer journey, God, it passed that test with flying colours. Give it a watch if you haven't seen it already. It was a great day out, but I was utterly impressed by the comfort, as I am today. I mean, today is no short spin, I'll be honest. I'm putting a good few miles under our belt with this little spin, and again, the comfort is really top notch. Now look at that for a wooden cottage, or chalet shall I say. Really beautiful. Well, I hope you're enjoying this spin out, folks, because I certainly am. What about that for a top shot, folks? Unreal, eh? So where would you get it? I'm never one to believe that there's a motorcycle season as such, even though we do live in Ireland, and the weather obviously takes care of whether you can ride your bike or not. But I always live in hope that even in the darkest and dreariest of winters, that I can still get a day here and there. That's why I never really put my bikes to sleep, to bed, so to speak, for the winter. I always like to think that there's a possibility of getting out on them. I think I'd go mad if I thought I couldn't ride a bike for 4 months or something like that. Right, where are we going here? Okay, Martin. Not sure this road is suited to the RS660, but we'll find out. Really is a lovely bike, that Versys 650. He was saying he had his eye on the 1 litre version, but then this came along. But I haven't really seen the 650 close up like this. Very impressive. Obviously that lovely upright riding position. And Martin tells me he travels pillion quite a lot. In fact, he recently went to Norway on the same bike and did a tour of Norway. I'd love to do a trip like that, somewhere further afield. Mind you, I know we're spoilt with all of this in Ireland, but I really would like to spread the wings as such. I've only been biking again for 2 years, and like, this whole new world has opened up. It's just unreal. It's actually lovely to have another bike in front of me, just for the perspective of how a bike looks on a top road like this. I hope Martin's going to come to a stop because I need to get a photograph. We're still climbing though, so I presume we'll be coming to a stop. Maybe he's at the peak. There's a great sign. You're nearly at the top of a mountain whenever you see a transmitter mast. Normally at the highest point. That's a bit special. Yes, I do, definitely. You read me mind. Thank God for that. I thought he was turning left up that dirt track there. And definitely not for the RS. Riding the clutch there. That wee little bit of camber nearly caught me out. Oh look, we're on dual carriageway here. Well, I know where to come for a Christmas tree. So Martin said we get to the crossroads, which is just here. Go straight over the crossroads and then there's a coffee shop on the right, he said. How pretty is this? This must be it, Cafe Rosa. I might just pull in here because I think we're a little bit tight for space down there. Okay, I'll follow you down there. Martin reckons he's seen something down there. Be a little bit better. Don't like parking on a hill. That's why I always try and park side on when I'm on a hill. The idea of my bike rolling forward off its stand would certainly spoil a day out. Yeah, this is perfect. Okay folks, I'm probably going to leave it there. We're going for coffee. What a wonderful spin out. And hope you enjoyed the little trip. That was absolutely brilliant. Martin, I'm just signing off here. So give the subscribers a little wave, and yeah, thanks a million for bringing me here. What a great spin out that was. Okay, coffee beckons, folks. I'll see you this time next week, 8 o'clock in the morning. Have a good week, everyone.